Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of The Hard Choice. My name is Brad Draper. I am your host, and I am grateful you are here. I'm grateful that you have been sharing these episodes. It is the only reason I actually grow. I am not currently doing any marketing for this show. I want to see it organically move, and it only organically moves because of you. Because of the conversations that you are having with those people around you. You are moving your needle. You are taking action, and because of that, action proceeds. How cool is that? You are seeing growth live in the moment as it's happening. And it is so cool for me to witness and for me to hear of your winnings, your learnings, your pivotings, and ultimately your movement. Like I said last episode, it is in movement that there is life. In the action, that's where you find opportunity. It is in the action you find the opportunity. So often we get stuck with waiting for the opportunity and then we'll take action. That is totally backwards. You don't wait for opportunity, then take action. You take action and then opportunity presents itself. I have been asked so many times, I can't even count. But I don't know what action to take, Brad. I don't know what to do. Here's the secret. There are no secrets. Just take action. Just do something. I finished off last episode about saying, just do a little more of what you're already doing. We have this whole lump sum, 100% of what you're doing. 20% of that yields 80% of the results. So 20% of the effort yields 80% of the results. This is not new to you. I know this. You've heard this. But this part might be new to you. At some point, that 20% will become everything you do. It'll become the 100%. And that 100% needs to be reanalyzed. It has a 20% effort yielding 80% result. And then once you hone, shape, and sharpen that 20%, it'll become your 100% again. And then you'll refine again. It's a process of refinement, becoming more and more pure. That's why the refiner's fire is such a beautiful analogy in so many aspects of life. But now onto this week's topic. Living your truth. Do you say those things you do? And do you do the things you say? How often in life do you run your mouth only to look cool, but in reality you don't actually do those things? And how often do you do what you say and say what you do? I had a recent experience. And in this experience, I went to the gym. My very regular thing. 5 a.m. every day. I'm back on the cool kid club with 5 a.m. I was at 7 a.m. But with my life shift, I'm able to go back to 5. My favorite time. Because it gets the day moving in the right way for me. The best way. Fitness. I encourage you to do that. First thing. Fitness. Studying, meditation. Those are all in my morning routine. That must happen. So I went to the gym, 5 a.m. It was a Friday morning. Saturday morning? Friday morning? It was a morning. Doing my workout, and a friend walked up. And he said, I knew you were going to be in here. And then I saw your blue hoodie across the gym, and I was filled with excitement. Think about that statement right there. He knew I was going to be there, and then when he saw me, he was filled with excitement. This gentleman didn't really want to go, but he held to his own standard because of me. He was following me and using me as a guidepost, as a standard marker. He knew I was going to be there. Therefore, he showed up. This has given me great pause for the last couple of weeks since it happened. I have thought about this over and over and over again. How many people in your world listen to the words you say and then watch you act, only to see if you do what you say and say what you do? Or just keep your mouth shut and just do, and they will know by your actions what you do. This gentleman leaned on me, knowing I would be at the gym. I didn't tell him. I didn't have to say, oh, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. For sure, you'll see me tomorrow. That didn't have to happen. I didn't have to commit to him. We didn't even have a conversation. He just knew that I have a standard and that I hold to my truth. Speak to my truth, and I live my truth. It is through your actions that people see the true you. There's a running joke within the gym space. For those that have been there a long time, you'll understand. For those that are new, you're soon to learn to understand. There are some of your best friends at the gym that you've never had a conversation with. Everybody has their headphones in. You see each other every single day. You can count on them. They come like clockwork. And you wave to each other, and you nod to each other, and you get your lift on. People I have seen for years on end, every day, and have never had a word with. For the most part, I try really hard to have a word with. But there was a time in my life where I would see you every day, but I never actually said anything to you. We just nodded and got to work. I know those people better than most of the world know them. I know if they sit on their phone for too long between a set. I know when they don't push themselves. I know when they're lazy. I know when they miss the gym for a period of time. I know when they fail on those commitments that they made to themselves, because I see it. You must understand that 55% of all communication is nonverbal. Interesting. That's one of the reasons I have a camera in front of my face. That's why I'm on YouTube. So you can see me, so we can interact. Because 55% of our communication today, our conversation right now, is nonverbal. It's pretty hard to do when you're just listening to me. You must see me. That's why having a conversation face-to-face is so important. That's why Zoom does so well. You can still see someone. Hint, hint, turn your camera on when I talk to you so I can see you. Then, 37%, correction, 38% is how you said what you said. And then a mere 7% is the actual words you used. It's a pretty small percentage. Out of 100%, 7% is just the words you used. Wow. Holding to your truth. Do you hold the truth to yourself? You must live with yourself. You're there all the time. You're in your own head constantly. You know when you pushed really hard. You know when you didn't push very hard. You know when you could have done a little more. You know when you've done too much. You know when you broke your diet or when you held to it. In fact, when you broke your diet, your confidence went down just a little bit. Unless you planned that in, then you were really excited. But if you cheated on your diet, your confidence went down a little bit. When you held to your diet through a hardship, so proud. And you know what I'm talking about. You had an opportunity to break it and you didn't. You built confidence. You held to your truth. Hold the line. Hold the standard. Throw back to a few episodes ago, that standard of liberty that you have. The reason why you do what you do, why you fight each and every day, why you show up, why you take action? Only you really know that. You can say to other people what you believe, but that changes moment to moment, depending on how you feel, right? But it's really moving the needle when you set the standard before it is under scrutiny and chaos happens and a trial comes, and then you hold to that standard through the trial. I don't wake up every day wanting to go to the gym at 5 a.m. This morning was one of them. I did not want to get up and go on my bike ride. I knew it was cold outside. I got to bed pretty late because I was working. I was moving my needle. And that happened to be the opportune time because that's when everybody was responding to my messages and my emails at 10, 10:30 at night. By the way, going to bed at 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, 5 a.m. comes real quick. And I'm not used to that. Typically go to bed about 9, 9:30, or at least that's where I strive to go to bed at. When I woke up, I did not want to get up. But I knew that if I was going to hold to my standard and get all those things done that I knew I needed to get done in order for my mind to be optimized, I had to get up and I had to move. And I did. And on that bike ride, I had a headwind. And on that bike ride, there was a section of road, probably a quarter of a mile long, that was cut out. I had to pick up my bike and hike across the dirt in my clips. Not fun. But I still went. I could have turned around. The road's gone. I came out. At least I tried. I'm going to go home now. And most people would not have thought anything different. But you know different. You know when you're holding to your truth. And here's the kicker. There are so many people watching you in the shadows that you have no clue they're watching you. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. But it's way more than that. Like this gentleman I saw at the gym, I had no idea that he was leaning on me for him to show up at the gym. No clue. But I showed up because I held my truth. I held my standard. And in doing so, I bolstered somebody else. Someone I didn't even know that was watching. So in your life, you may be holding the truth, the standard for yourself, but you're also holding it for people that you don't even know are watching. I've had messages from cousins that I hadn't had conversations with for years. Out of the blue, reach out and say, keep going. Because of you, I'm back at the gym. Thank you for your example. That was a really cool message to receive. I've had messages from friends last night. She said, your pod is awesome. Keep going. I didn't even know she listened to this podcast. I didn't even know I'm affecting these people from a distance because I posted on social media. I do what I say and I say what I do. Holding my truth. Holding my standard. I encourage you to do so. Set the standard. Set the plan, execute the plan, and win. That is how you make it through life. Because action precedes action, and where you focus, you find. And I want you to make today beautiful. It's on you to make it beautiful. It's a choice. That both presupposes and suggests that you will do it, you're capable, and you will make it beautiful. So I love you guys. Continue this conversation with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and those people around you. Continue with me. Leave me a review on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, wherever you listen to this. If you find a resonance, I have a consultancy. Let's have a conversation and see if I can help your business move forward, become more efficient, become more lean, become more profitable. That's what I do full time. I've never really actually shared that on here or thrown out the invite. But hey, if it fits. Give me a call. Reach out to me. Like it, subscribe to it, download it for future listenings. Until next week, I love you guys. Bye.